Hey y'all, what's going on? Sorry about my lighting. I had to reboot my camera, so it's all off wax. So y'all bear with me, and my ponytail and one bananas on me. So just bear with me. Oh God, it looks so horrible. Ugh. Anyway, y'all, this is a Help a Sister out. Now this one is a long one, and I'm going to post it below in the info box. I'm just gonna try to give y'all the gist of it because it would take half the time me trying to read it, you know. So what I'm gonna do is post it below, but I will tell you the gist of it is that and we just gonna call her Lisa. Lisa's the one that wrote me, and we gonna call Kim the person that she's talking about. So basically Lisa is writing because she has a friend that she's been friends with for years. They kind of, you know, was I from what I'm getting was kind of pregnant, you know, had children around the same time or whatever. And I got married, had 2 children. She had a son by a boyfriend at the time. Um, and basically what she's talking about is her friend has this thing with dating married men. Yeah. And she feels some kind of way about it, of course, with her being married before or whatever and having, you know, a cheating man or whatever. Of course she feels some kind of way about this, and she's like, she just, you know, in a nutshell, she just can't get over this. And when she brought it up to her, the chick got upset, and she's like, she's wondering if she's wrong. Now what I want y'all to do after hearing me say this is drop below, get in the info box, and read the whole thing. It was just, I just don't want to eat up the video, you know, with, you know, reading that. Basically, I'm going to say this. I don't have no tolerance for home wrecking hoes. And I hope you didn't expect me to say anything different. I don't. But with that being said, as long as she, you know, and I was getting ready to say, as long as the bitch ain't sleeping with my motherfucking man, you know what I'm saying? That's when we got a problem. I do understand why you so vested in this, because you went through this, and probably, I mean, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in the back of your mind, would she have slept with my husband? You know, if she's so free and she feels it's okay to be, you know, the back burner bitch to sleep with this married man, and as you said, she acts like she's the wife and this and that and other, she wrong. If you really feel like, you know, this is kind of like a, I don't know, a double-edged type of thing, because if she's been your friend all of this time, whatever she does in her sexual life or whatever does not come before you in her relationship or whatever. You should base your friendship on how she treats you. But with all that being said, birds of a feather, people try to say flock together. You know what I'm saying? And you do feel some kind of way about that, meaning you do have some morals. You don't want to deal with this. Yes. And so I feel, you know, this, she's absolutely wrong, and she will never be anything but the other woman until she decides and says, you know, I'm worth more than this. I don't want to be number 2 all the time. And this whole thing about her falling for them, saying that they leaving their wife, they ain't going nowhere. If they was going to leave their wife, they would have left them anyway. To be with, you see what I'm saying? They wouldn't even be doing this. Think about it, ladies. For those out there that's sleeping with married men, and I will turn this table as well for those, you know, men that are sleeping with married women. That shit ain't right. I don't give a damn who it is, what the circumstances is. If you're an adult and you're a grown-ass person, don't be holding on to this person. Don't do all of this cheating and this backstabbing shit, trying to have your cake and ice cream in the bowl and shit, a napkin to wipe your mouth and all that afterwards. No, that shit ain't cool. You know, I don't agree with that at all. I am so the one that will be like, no, I have no tolerance for that. None whatsoever. I'm not going to make up none. And if my best friend or whatever said, girl, I'm sleeping with a married man, I'd have to tell her, you are wrong, bitch. And that shit ain't cool. You know, I would just, you know, kick it to her and, you know what I'm saying, tell her the actual factuals. Whether you should stop being friends with her or not, Yeah, if it's making you that miserable and you that upset about it, it's not like this is your family. This is not like this is your sister. Somebody you would probably have to deal with. Cut the bitch off. And I know some people gonna say, well, you can't, well, she ain't doing nothing to you, but and she's really not doing anything to you as far as, hopefully, you know. But, if you uncomfortable every time you're around her or whatever, then get from around her. With that being said, you can't always look at her too and be like, you know what, mad at her because your husband was a cheater, which I'm sure in the back of your mind you thinking if it wasn't bitches like you, my husband wouldn't have nobody to cheat with. The devil is a lie, because there's some men that go out there and cheat and say they're not married. Now the difference is this broad don't give a damn. You could say you just got married that day. The bitch could be in the wedding party. She don't give a fuck. She don't want nothing better for herself. This is what she want to be. This is her position, and I would feel some kind of way about it. It's just, she could hit you back and be like, it really ain't none of your business. However fucked up that is. But with that being said, it really ain't none of your business. With all I've said or whatever, it's really not. It does not come before you. You either gonna say, I'm done with her, I'm not being friends with her, I cannot associate myself with this, and walk away and be done with it. If you feel that strongly, do what you feel you got to do in your heart. But she can hit you up with, it's none of your business. I'm not sleeping with your husband, although she hit you up with some shit like that, fuck her. It's time, yeah. But it really is not. However you feel about it, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Even me, if this was my friend, and I would say to her, bitch, I ain't with that. I don't know why, that's army, what you doing. But she could hit me back with, this ain't none of your business. But with all of that being said about the business, bitch, since it ain't none of my business, don't tell me. So this is kind of one of them double-edged type of things. On this one, I'm going to lean on my ladies, because we need to help this sister out with this situation. I think, if it's really weighing on you or whatever, be done with it. Be done with the friendship. If you can't handle it, be done with it. And I can't say that I blame you. And then on the other hand, some people will say, well, girl, why are you so worried about it? It's not you. So I really want to know, ladies, y'all help the sister out. Help me to understand. Let me know what y'all would do in this situation. If you had a friend that you knew was a home wrecking hoe, and I can't call her nothing but that. How would you handle this situation? Would you be done with her? Would you bring it to her, say what you had to say? And my other question is, if she hit you back with, this ain't none of your business, this don't come before our friendship, then what would you say? With all that being said, I have to ask another question, because I believe my loves will keep it 100. If you've ever, and I ain't gonna judge, because we done all did shit. Ain't nobody perfect. Shit. We done all did shit. I just might not have done that, but I may have done this. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been in a relationship, whether you knew or did not know, where you were with a married man or a married woman? Those are my questions. So y'all drop it below. Again, I am going to put the information below, the PM and everything, and y'all let me know what you think. Help the sister out. Let her know what you think. So I'm out of here, y'all. Much love.